armored tank. Over 40 tons of engine, cannon, and armor, requiring up to 800 horsepower to give it mobility and agility. Impervious to a broad range of otherwise lethal munitions, the armored tank is certainly a weapon to be reckoned with. Developed to defeat this menacing threat is the 30mm GAU-8 round, a round proven in exhaustive Air Force tests and exercises to penetrate armor, setting off a chain reaction of pyrotechnics capable of achieving tank kills. Kills needed to stop the thousands of tanks currently in potential adversaries' inventories. Until recently, there was only one gun and one aircraft that could fire the GAU-8 round. But now, testing by the U.S. Air Force has confirmed the capability of a new prototype gun system, also capable of firing the GAU-8 round. This is GEPOD 30, a lightweight, self-contained gun pod designed and built to give tank-killing capability to a broad range of fighter and attack aircraft. GEPOD 30 is 14 feet long, 24 inches in diameter, and carries 350 rounds, enough for 10 one-second bursts at 2,400 shots per minute. The gun for GEPOD 30 is the GE-430, a newly developed lightweight version of the highly successful GAU-8. A helical closed-loop ammunition feed system surrounds the gun to conserve space and reduce weight. Reverse clearing is used, thus enabling GEPOD 30 to fire all onboard ammunition. GEPOD 30 is driven by a self-contained pneumatic drive. Designed for supersonic flight, GEPOD 30 is suited to many fighter and attack aircraft, including the F-4 Phantom, the F-5 Tiger II, the A-7 Corsair II, the A-10 Thunderbolt II, the F-16 and F-18 Hornet. In early 1979, GEPOD 30 was extensively tested for compatibility and accuracy by two major aircraft companies. Northrop Aircraft with its F-5 at Edwards Air Force Base, California, and the Vought Corporation with its A-7 at England Air Force Base, Louisiana. These early flight test programs demonstrated the efficiency of GEPOD 30's gas deflector muzzle brake, GEPOD 30's overall system reliability, and GEPOD 30's accuracy and performance. United States Air Force and Air National Guard interest in these tests sparked an official evaluation program at Nellis Air Force Base in November and December 1979. In this United States Air Force sponsored test, GEPOD 30 was evaluated on two operational tactical fighters, the F-4 Phantom and the A-7 Corsair II. The initial portion of this test program was devoted to establishing the compatibility of GEPOD 30 to both aircraft. In this phase, the F-4 flew and fired GEPOD 30 in both dual inboard wing station and centerline positions with no aircraft modifications. The A-7 flew a dual inboard wing station configuration of GEPOD 30 on standard racks. No adverse aircraft handling effects were encountered with any of these configurations. Phase 2 of the Nellis Test program was to assess GEPOD 30's accuracy in each of these aircraft configurations. Over 90 air-to-ground firing runs were made with aircraft speeds of 300 to 500 knots, dive angles of 10 to 20 degrees, at ranges between 3,200 and 5,500 feet. Target scoring was excellent, comparable to the earlier Northrop F-5 and Vought A-7 test programs. In fact, after a relatively short pilot familiarization period, accuracies comparable to internal gun systems were consistently measured. The third and final phase of this important test program was directed toward evaluation of GEPOD 30's effectiveness against tactical targets. 5 surplus U.S. Army tanks were used as targets. Firing runs were made by an Air National Guard A-7, firing a single GEPOD 30 with a preset 30-round burst limit. Aircraft speed, 425 knots. Dive angle, 10 degrees, and open fire range of about 3,200 feet. Several of the firing runs were made by the A-7 flying low-level pop-up maneuvers in order to better simulate the tactical environment. Again, results were excellent, with hits scored on each of the 5 tanks evaluated. Later assessment of target damage provided clear evidence of the effectiveness of the GAU-8 combat ammunition fired from GEPOD 30. GEPOD 30, Nellis Testing, a program which has verified the potential for this new weapon in broadening the options of the Air Tactical Commander for close air support. Aircraft compatibility. Readily mounted on F-4 and A-7s with potential for close air support use on many other tactical aircraft currently in U.S. Air Force and NATO inventory. Aircraft performance with 1 or 2 GEPOD 30s mounted was comparable to performance with other stores. GEPOD 30 accuracy, excellent. Accuracies comparable to internal gun systems were scored with minimum pilot familiarization required. GEPOD 30 tactical lethality. The GAU-8 API round fired from GEPOD 30 retained the outstanding anti-armor characteristics inherent in its design. GEPOD 30 Nellis tests. Clear verification of the capability of GEPOD 30, a compact, lightweight, highly effective air-to-ground weapon for a wide range of tactical aircraft. A gun system capable of broadening United States and NATO tactical options for countering the Eastern Bloc armored threat.